Welcome, Igraspers, to yet another stimulating news wrap. When you learn, teach, and when you get, give. It's time to get ready and step up to learning and giving. The highlights of this week's news capsule are: India to become first country to circulate iodine-based sanitizers. Microsoft to expand its work from home policy. NASA working on new lunar spacesuits. Jackson Oswald from Tennessee has become the world's youngest person to achieve nuclear fusion at the age of 12. Lewis Hamilton equals Michael Schumacher's F1 record 91 wins with Eiffel Grand Prix victory. And our extremely exciting F2 segment. It's now time to begin with the national news segment.
According to leading health organizations across the globe, masks and hand sanitizers are some of the most effective deterrents against the coronavirus. Due to this, everyone has been innovating new types of sanitizers. Recently, scientists had a breakthrough. Now India is set to be the first country in the world to begin the rollout of iodine-based hand sanitizers, which reportedly have an edge over the currently circulated alcohol-based ones. Iodine, a well-known disinfectant and antiseptic, is incorporated in these new long-lasting, more effective sanitizers. The product will be made by Singapore-based biotechnology firm 12 Pure and will be launched in the country over the next 2 weeks. In these times, we must thank such scientists for working so hard to keep us all safe.
For the first time, all 8 beaches recommended by any country had been given the prestigious Blue Flag certification. The 8 beaches are Shivrajpur in Dwarka, Gujarat, Ghogla in Diu, Kasargod and Padubidri in Karnataka, Kappad in Kerala, Rushikonda in Andhra Pradesh, Golden Beach in Odisha, and Radhanagar in the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. The Blue Flag certification is a highly recognized eco-label in which a beach has to meet 33 criteria fixed by the Foundation for Environment Education in Denmark. Blue Flag beaches are considered the cleanest. They have to meet a series of stringent environmental, educational, safety, and accessibility criteria. It is indeed an outstanding feat, as no Blue Flag nation has ever been awarded for 8 beaches in a single attempt.
Microsoft was one of the first companies to shift its tech workforce remotely when the coronavirus pandemic hit in March. The Seattle-based technology giant has now decided to expand its work-from-home policy and make it permanent for some workers. The company has released the new hybrid workplace guidance that lays out how employees can have a more flexible remote schedule and even relocate elsewhere in the country.
Space exploration is the answer to many questions we have about the world around us, but it is dangerous nevertheless. The brave astronauts that go into space need to wear spacesuits to stay safe amidst the harsh conditions. After nearly 4 decades, NASA has pioneered in the field of spacesuits by developing the Exploration Extravehicular Mobility Unit, the EEMU. That is a piece of equipment designed to ensure that the astronauts who go to the moon are as safe as can be. Currently, NASA plans to produce 5 such spacesuits for testing and training purposes. And if everything is in order, it will produce the EEMUs on a larger scale. A small step for NASA and a giant leap for man's safety.
Jackson Oswald from Tennessee has become the world's youngest person to achieve nuclear fusion at the age of 12. Hours before his 13th birthday, Oswald fused together 2 deuterium atoms using a fuser he had built in the playroom of his family home. After 2 years of waiting for confirmation, Jackson Oswalt, now 15 years old, has finally gotten the Guinness World Records announcement as the youngest ever to make a nuclear fusion reactor at the age of 12. Well done, Oswalt.
Sir David Attenborough, a famous English broadcaster and natural historian, has joined hands with Prince William of the United Kingdom to launch the Earthshot Prize, which they hope will become equivalent to a Nobel Prize in the field of environmentalism. The contest is open to passionate changemakers from around the globe in search of 50 solutions to the world's gravest environmental problems. The biggest environmental prize ever, the Earthshot Prize, will see a whopping £50 million being awarded over a decade. That is 5 £1 million prizes per year for 10 years. Talking to the British radio, the Prince said that the launch of the prize feels like his responsibility, and he hopes that the prize reaches everyone around the world. Amazing, right friends? Let's all join our hands to repair and preserve our planet.
History was made last Sunday when Lewis Hamilton equaled Michael Schumacher's Formula One record of 91 wins with an emphatic victory in the Eiffel Grand Prix. Hamilton took the lead from his Mercedes teammate Valtteri Bottas early in the 60-lap race at the famous German circuit and dominated the proceedings. Interestingly, Schumacher's son Mick presented Hamilton with one of his father's helmets from his last F1 season with Mercedes in 2012 to recognize the achievement.
The French Open is one of the most widely watched tennis tournaments in the world. Amidst the coronavirus pandemic, it is engaging the fans around the world as the best of the best in the sport battle on the court for the prestigious trophy. 3-time defending champion Rafael Nadal defeated Novak Djokovic in the final to win the men's singles tennis title at the event this year. Fun fact, did you know that the trophy awarded to the men's singles winner in the French Open is called the Musketeers Trophy? Igraasp-Making became the first Polish tennis player to win a single Grand Slam and is also the youngest women's singles champion at the French Open in 28 years at an age of just 19 years. She defeated her 21-year-old American counterpart Sofia Kenin to clinch the title and bag 2 records to her name. Wow! Kudos to the master athletes.
In the 4th week of IPL, there were many twists and turns, but the moments and records didn't stop. Here are the highlights. Kagiso Rabada, the Delhi Capital pacer, now has at least 1 wicket in 20 consecutive IPL innings, a record of its own. A very young and talented bowler taking wickets of world's best batsmen. Virat Kohli and AB de Villiers, the unbreakable duo of Royal Challengers Bangalore, have crossed over 3,000 partnership runs in IPL, achieving a feat which no other partnership can even reach. In a first-time ever event, Rashid Khan of Sunrisers Hyderabad got out twice in 1 ball. While he was hitting the shot, he hit the wicket with his leg and later got caught as well. A very funny but memorable moment.
Welcome to Postcard from Rural India. Today, we would like to share a journey of passion, practice and determination. Hemant Anuragi from Mahoba, Uttar Pradesh aspires to become a musician one day. He dreams of putting Mahoba on the world map through his talent, for which he has been working hard day and night. After taking a 1-month class to learn the basics of playing the guitar, Hemant learned the rest from YouTube. Initially, while playing the guitar, his fingers would get cut and hurt. However, his passion for playing the guitar and singing made him practice every day. When asked about his studies, Hemant said that he is very interested in music and hopes to make a career in the music field, but still treats it like a hobby, aiming to get into the civil services. Wishing him all the best for his musical journey and hoping to see him share the limelight with all the famous singers.
Another story of exemplary humanity in work comes from Jharkhand. 22-year-old Neeraj Murmu from Giridhar's Gulyakaram village of Jharkhand was conferred with the Diana Award 2020 for his fight against child labour. Neeraj was a child labourer himself since the age of 9 in dangerous mica mines. After he was rescued in 2011, Neeraj followed his role model to set up a local school for children in his village in 2018. In the last 2 years, his school Kailash Satyarthi has educated over 200 impoverished children and rescued 20 child labourers from the hazardous occupation of mica mining. Neeraj said, "Education is of no use to me if I cannot share it with others. It was education that pulled me out of mica mines and child labour. Winning the prestigious Diana Award is only a reminder that I have to double my efforts in educating the underprivileged so that they don't go through what I went through. We bow down to such heroes of our nation who choose to give it their all. Kudos to you, Neeraj Murmu."
18-year-old Chaitanya Venkateshwaran is the fourth young woman to take over as British High Commissioner for a day in an annual competition run by the UK mission, aiming to empower the next generation of women as leaders and trailblazers. The British High Commission has run the High Commissioner for a Day competition annually since 2017, inviting young Indian women aged 18 to 23 to take over as the most senior diplomat. As top boss overseeing the UK's largest overseas network, Chaitanya's busy day included handing out tasks to the High Commission's department heads, interacting with senior female police officers, and meeting the press.
Can you imagine taking your work to an amusement park? Sending important mail and holding Zoom calls from atop of a Ferris wheel? Well, if you're living in Japan, this could be your reality. Yomiuriland, a theme park in Tokyo, is ingeniously trying to boost tourism by selling day passes to people who are looking for some interesting places to work remotely. The highlight of the package is definitely the Ferris wheel, which is Wi-Fi equipped, thereby allowing people the option of spending up to 1 hour on it. Interesting, isn't it?
The word of the week is phenomena, which means an observable fact or event. The outer space phenomena can only be seen in the night sky.
Can you guess who? This Indian aerospace scientist was responsible for developing SLV and PSLV rockets and was lovingly known as the Missile Man of India. His autobiography Wings of Fire has been immensely popular amongst both kids and adults. He was the 11th President of India and the third one to have a Bharat Ratna. You got it right, it is APJ Abdul Kalam. Did you know Dr. Kalam was so popular that he was lovingly known as the People's President?
Riddle of the week is: what has a bed but never sleeps, can run but never walks, and has a bank but no money? Yes, it's a river. Did you know that on October 13 this month, our planet experienced Mars opposition? This is a celestial phenomena in which Earth and the red planet Mars are closest to each other, causing Mars to appear bigger and brighter in the night sky. Similar alignment or oppositions happen every 26 months, in which Mars is closest to Earth and appears bigger and brighter.
Quiz time! When will the next Mars opposition occur? Send your answers to contact@igraasp.com. Answer for the last week's quiz. The recently auctioned oil painting by Banksy that was expected to sell for £5 million is called Show Me the Money. This certificate of appreciation is presented to Shreyas Mishra of Sardar Patel Vidyalaya, New Delhi, for successfully participating in the weekly quiz on India's leading news capsule for tweens, Igraasp.
Dear Igraspers, this week let's join the adventures of Tom Sawyer, a young orphan who lives with his aunt and half-brother in the fictional town of St. Petersburg. Tom is a mischievous boy who misses school one day only to be caught and made to paint a fence as punishment. He is clever and gets other kids to look at his task as extremely exciting. He trades the fence painting job with them and takes trinkets from them in exchange. As he meets new children and goes on new adventures, what exciting things will happen? Find the book and share your feedback on contact us at igraasp.com.
This brings us to the end of our news wrap. When life improves your standard of living, you should improve your standard of giving. So until we meet again, keep sharing your love and kindness with those around you. See you next week. Bye bye.